has to come out of benefits for beneficiaries, and I don't think you have to raise the age.
Gun control will be a big part of the president's agenda in the State of the Union address Tuesday night. But I want to ask you about another part of the effort to stop these horrible, repeated acts of mass violence. As part of your plan, you call for more scientific research on the connection between popular culture and violence. We don't need another study, respectfully. I mean, we know that these video games where people have their heads splattered, these movies, these TV shows, why don't you go to your friends in Hollywood and challenge them, shame them, and say, knock it off?
Well, I do think whatever we do, because when you talk about evidence-based, we have that throughout our proposal. In other words, we don't want to just be anecdotally writing bills. We want to have the evidence to say
well,
this.
I'm not sure you want to write bills anyway, but don't you, I mean, you have a lot of friends in Hollywood. Why don't you go to them and publicly say, I challenge you to stop the video games?
But I do think, see, I understand what you're saying. I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother. But they tell, not Hollywood, but the evidence says that in Japan, for example, they have the most violent games than the rest and the lowest mortality from guns. I don't know what the explanation is for that, except they might have good gun laws. But I think that you took one piece of it. We're talking about no further sales of assault weapons. What is the justification for an assault weapon? No further sales of those. No further sales of the increased capacity 30. A gun. We're talking about background checks, which is very popular even among gun owners and hunters. We avow the First Amendment. We stand with that and say that people have a right to have a gun to protect themselves in their homes, in their jobs, wherever, and that they in their workplace, and that they, for recreation, for hunting and the rest. So we're not questioning their right to do that.
The question is, I think a lot of people say, here it is, liberals like Nancy Pelosi want to go after gun owners. But when it comes to mental health laws, when it comes to their liberal friends in Hollywood, they don't want to make them anti-op.
Well, mental health laws, I have to tell you, when I was Speaker, and we couldn't even get a hearing on this before that, we passed the Mental Health Parity Act, and then in the Affordable Care Act, we took that to the next step, and in another year, we'll have many more services available because of mental health parity. We certainly have to do more, and I salute and applaud all of those who are saying we have to do more in mental health. But I think we have to do it. I think we have to do it all, and that's why we said, and we included in there, we have to take a look at what these games are. I don't think we should do anything anecdotally. We have a saying here: the plural of anecdote is not data. And so we want to know, what is the evidence? What will really make a difference here? And I think it has to be comprehensive.
Finally, President Obama predicted this week that you will once again be Speaker, his words, pretty soon. What do you think are the chances of you regaining the majority in the House and you once again being Speaker Pelosi after the 2014 midterms?
Well, it isn't. That's nice that he said that, but the fact is, what is important is that the Democrats regain the majority in the House. Between now and then, we have a lot of work to do. We want to pass comprehensive immigration reform, keep our kids safe, and pass some initiatives that relate to gun violence prevention. We want to create jobs and have initiatives for growth with jobs. We want to make our country more democratic in terms of how elections are conducted, reducing the role of money, increasing the level of civility so that more women and young people participate. It's about confidence, confidence in our democracy, confidence in our children's safety, confidence in our economy, confidence as to who we are as a people. So we have plenty to do before then. What the President said was complimentary, but as far as I'm concerned, it's just about the issues, and the issues are better served by a Democratic majority, in my view, and that's what I'm hoping that we will achieve in 2014. But as I say, we have a lot of work to do, hopefully in a bipartisan way between now and then. And I think that in the issues that I named, we could get bipartisan collaboration.
Congresswoman Pelosi, thank you.
Lovely to see you.
Always a pleasure to talk with you.
My pleasure.